All right, live stream is going, and our slightly delayed by a few minutes session is underway. I believe we left off in a bar. Uh,
I think we were taking
I
a
believe
long
you
rest.
left off. You guys had all gone and retired for the evening, so you can go give yourself a long rest so that you recover any hit points or anything that you have lost.
and we
I
all leveled up to level 2.
Yes,
I rented a room so I don't have to worry about chickens.
and as you wake, you hear the sound of roosters crowing at the break of dawn.
We're coming from DP's room the whole time.
Warrick is still sound asleep because he's a teenager.
I don't remember if Warwick and the Barbarian are sharing a room with the hammock again.
I don't think we specified, but I'm assuming that Warwick is sharing a room with someone else because he gets a free room and board. So I would imagine that the innkeeper might, say, you have to, or he would just plain offer to do that because,
Do you
Yeah, when you
believe that the monk did stay with Dankini last night?
Yeah.
Yep, I remember I paid 2 silver to do that.
Yep, we split the cost of it.
Monk
and
is
we,
monk frugal.
All right, what would you like to do?
After I say my morning, well, not really morning-ish blessings because I tend to be a twilight worshipping cleric. I will head downstairs to get some breakfast and fortify myself for the adventures ahead and see if everyone else is down there.
and I will when I wake up, I'm going to get my little ritual kit out, my incense, and do my morning rituals. Taking care not to set anything on fire this time, and then I'll come down for breakfast.
Well, at least you have a fireplace to set the fire this time.
Well, it's not a big fire; it's just a little incense sticks.
anybody gonna poke Warwick?
You've tried to wake a teenager. Would you do it?
Not me.
Well, you are the barbarian in the hammock in Warwick's room, so. Oh, that's right. We picked up a cloak of invisibility and a sword that we could not identify.
A sword of mystery.
I think the monk kind of claimed first dibs on the cloak, right?
I didn't think we had decided. I think we were going between, like, there was a few possibilities.
Yeah, I know I don't have any use for it, so.
I definitely don't have use for it, so I know it's in my inventory, but I'm willing to pass it off to whoever wants to be the sneaky scout.
I could potentially, but I'm okay with. I think you've got even better stats than I do at it.
Well, why don't we see what comes up and then we can do it at that time.
Fair.
I'll ask for the cloak if it's me.
I'm also interested potentially in the sword, depending on what it's got.
So as I'm sitting downstairs enjoying my breakfast, waiting for everyone else, can I? Oh, I wouldn't want to try to identify the sword in a room full of other people, would I?
I
Probably not.
Do you have a identify spell?
I have detect magic now.
Well, you can find out if it's magical at least.
Maybe you want to do that in your room before you come down, or maybe we want to all gather in a room or something.
Maybe after everyone is downstairs and we're plotting our day, we take a short detour to try to identify it. Because I wouldn't want to have sat down at a table to have a meal and then immediately second-guessed myself and gone back upstairs. I gotta eat, you know.
Dessert, right?
Alright, so that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting downstairs waiting for everybody else.
Alfie would have been outside doing her morning monk rituals. It looks something like Tai Chi, competitive Tai Chi. Like she could take your head off with her staff. And then probably right about now she comes in, and if she sees you sitting having breakfast, she'll do the same.
Alright, we need to know what our barbarian and our teenager are doing.
Teenagers sleeping.
I think the barbarian's distracted.
All right, the rooster crowing is gonna finally wake Warrick up, and he's gonna like come running downstairs with his clothes a mess and his hair all over the place because he's afraid he missed breakfast.
So what do we have for breakfast here?
We're gonna have all the food eaten before the barbarian
for
gets
breakfast?
downstairs.
Is the barbarian
Warrick
at his
would,
desk?
if Warrick is sharing a room with Ice Shadow, Warrick would at least poke Ice Shadow before he left the room.
Basically, I'll just stagger downstairs, following Warrick.
Hey, food! Let's go before it all gets eaten.
Alright, so is everyone downstairs sitting around the table now?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm down there.
Alright. So as we eat, I'll bring up the agenda for the day. I said, so there's 2 more jobs that we picked up. Where do we want to go?
The closest one.
I'm looking for the map. Hang on.
Isn't there
believe-
one further out that we could go to now, and then we could go back there? Because if we have to go back and then all the way back out, that does not. That seems like that would take forever.
So I think Nomagard is a little bit southeast of us, and the dwarven excavation that we need to get to is a little bit southwest of us. So we could go to the dwarven excavation because I think that's further off.
Yeah,
Then
that's-
stop at Nomagard and then back to Fandalen. So do it like a triangle.
Yeah, they're about equally distant, I think.
And that means we'd
That
be
sounds
warm.
good.
Now let us warn the dwarves first and then get something to help second.
Anybody know what Axholm is?
We haven't heard it mentioned yet. I know it's on our map, but we haven't heard it mentioned yet.
Yeah.
And it's a white dragon, right? That's been harassing people?
That is correct.
Yeah, it looks like Nomagard is slightly shorter distance, but not much.
Do we need to check in with that lady that we walked back here, or you think she's doing good? Because wasn't she someone who could make potions?
She is.
Yeah, we'll stop by and check with her and see if maybe we can pick up extra provisions as we're heading out of town, I think. Oh, we should probably make sure the horses made it back okay, because if so, we're going to want to borrow them again.
So
Okay.
if we had like a grappling hook and we connected to the reins of the horse, then when we get off, we could drop it and it would act like an anchor and the horses won't run off. That's an invention of mine. Call it the horse anchor.
A horse anchor. Okay.
Haker is right there.
Haker. I think next time maybe we just need to like tie them to a tree or something. But the horse anchor is not a bad idea.
Well, there's things called hobbles we could get and hobble them if we get off. But usually we're just about to go into a fight when we get off the horses, though.
So being able to just drop the reins and they stay put would be a good idea. So that's not a bad plan. Areks, do you want to see about the horses then, since you had the brilliant idea of how to keep them from going away? And the rest of us head to the shop to look for provisions?
Sure. I'll go to the stable that we got them to, and horses usually come back to the stable. We'll see if they did.
Warrick looks at Dakinia and kind of whispers, "Do we want to ukle at the outle before we go anywhere?"
It's a good idea. I guess we could head upstairs again.
Since Warwick has been around in this area, he mentions the fact that there is a smithy in the area that might be able to identify the blade as well.
That's probably a better idea. We'll have someone who knows how to do these things take a look at it. Alright, so after I finish eating, I will stand up and say, alright, I'm going to go find the smithy and then find some provisioning. If any of you want to join me, feel free. And head toward the door.
Warwick's going following after.
Yep, and I'll go to the stable. Let's split up the party.
We're in town. We should be fine.
Okay,
There's
so
that word should.
what is the barbarian doing?
Mm, I guess I'm sticking with the cleric.
Okay. Now,
Alright.
everybody's sticking with the cleric except for Areks, or is Areks going to have somebody with him?
I'm thinking Areks should probably have somebody go with him.
Well, I wouldn't mind. There's bad things out there.
All right, I'll go with Areks.
He is going to a stable. There might be more chickens.
Yep.
Okay, Areks is on his own.
Oh, I don't want to let Areks be all alone. If Warwick sees that everyone's going to the other place, Warwick is going to follow Areks.
Or everybody's going to come with me. Well,
Sorry, Dankidia especially is sounding kind of robot-y. Is it me or is anyone else hearing that?
I don't know. Is anyone else hearing me sound robot-y?
Not at this point.
For me,
No.
it was Gussie that was being a little robot-y.
It might be my internet then. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
so Warrick and Areks are going to the stable. Myself, Alfie, and Koradis are going to the smithy and then to the provisioner. So which group do you want to tackle first, Ken?
I'm going to tackle the smaller group first, just because what they're doing should be easy, right?
Don't piss off any chickens.
Don't egg me on.
Got you
All right.
one.
Warrick and Areks are walking down towards the stables when they happen to roll the dice to see if they perceive anything.
Perception. Got a 14.
Did we just lose somebody?
And we got them back. Probably Malachi's connection.
No, it was Gusty.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you
We
now.
can.
We need you to roll for perception.
Okay, thank you.
Did you hear me? I rolled a 14.
Yeah, I
Internet
saw-
is busy today.
I'm actually watching the game log, so I saw you roll 14.
Oh, cool. I wish I could put that game log on a separate window.
We're
You-
got a 13.
Okay. As you're walking down past an alley, a rogue jumps out and manages to grab a coin purse off one of you. So let's see. Roll a 20-sided die to see who loses their purse.
That was a 2 for Warwick.
If you want to save your money, DP, you got to beat a 2.
Oh, I thought I rolled it. I guess not.
No, it didn't pop up yet.
Oh, I see. To roll. To everyone roll. That can't be right.
Okay, Warwick, you just happen to notice that there's somebody running the other way with your coin purse.
Hey! That guy took my money! And Warwick's running after him.
Okay, there's your movement for the round. Do you want to do any kind of action or anything? I don't know how far. He's approximately 3 feet away from you at the start when he starts running. So you are sort of in melee range.
He's 3 feet away right at the beginning?
Yes, when he takes your purse and he's starting to run.
Warwick is going to cast sleep on him.
That'll probably work. I've got something to do when it gets to be my turn.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. What is it? Sleep is going to be. What's your chance of getting sleep? I'm trying to look at yours right now.
I'm checking.
Sleep is something where
I cast 5d8.
right.
So that was.
And,
It's something that he has to resist.
and he resists it with his constitution.
No. I'm sorry. I cast 5d8 to roll, and then the total is his health. And if my rolls add up to more than his health, are you still there?
It actually lands on a.
Yeah, I'm here.
It
I
actually
got a
lands-
hiccup. Sorry.
It lands
Yeah.
in an area. It's like a 20-foot circle or a 10-foot circle.
So it's a radius area effect spell of a radius of how about 20 feet? You said DP.
And then it affects in order of the hit points, the lowest hit point first.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can't remember the
Sorry,
damage.
D&D Beyond just disconnected on me.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
it's
it's
all right.
definitely my internet. It's probably lots of people in the building are streaming or watching stuff.
It's all right.
Can you-
Wait, we'll just wait for you.
I can hand roll. Yeah, hold on. Let me grab my dice.
That is perfectly fine too.
Okay, so yeah, she rolls 5d8. The total is how many hit points that she affects. Creatures within 20 feet of the point she chooses are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. So if she drops it right on him, he's the only one affected.
Not really, because they're 3 feet apart.
Unless
so
he's
it would affect Areks as well as herself.
Yep.
Well, I could move it to just beyond me.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot area based on the point that she casts it. So if she puts it 19 feet behind him, it would hit him at the 20-foot mark and miss her and Areks.
Right.
Although if there are any other people in the town that might be within that 20 feet range, she's now knocked them out too.
Yep, but waking them up, all you have to do is poke them. So, sorry, how many D8s was that? 5?
Yep.
Yeah, it's up to the DM whether she can place it in a spot it only hits him.
Well, it also depends on her range for casting, which I think her range for casting is probably 90 feet. Because that would be.
Depends on the spell.
24 total.
So the lowest hit point person, you take that number of hit points off, and so on to the next one.
Okay, so how many hit points do you have, Eric?
How many do I have? I have 14.
Okay. Now, where did you cast the spell? I want to see if it's going to affect him or not.
Okay. I would have cast it to hit the person that I can see is running, and looking guilty. Or did I even see him take? Did I see him grab my purse, my coin bag?
You felt your coin bag
I knew.
just
Yeah.
tugged, and
Just
then you
go.
saw somebody running
Yeah.
or starting
So
to run.
it's on him, and I'm trying to hit as few other people as possible, and actively trying not to hit myself or Areks.
Okay. The rogue has fallen asleep onto the ground. He just like boom, collapses over.
Cool. I'm going to run up and tie him up.
I'm gonna run up and get my coin pouch back, and also gently search him to see what else he might have in there.
You find a dagger that looks like it's been well used. So it's kind of, I don't want to call it scrabby looking, but you could tell that it's been used and a little worn. You also find on him a small thing that would be called, I'm not sure if it's called that in D&D, but a garrote.
Oh, a piece of wire that you would use to strangle somebody?
Exactly.
Oh, this is a nasty fellow. Do I manage to tie him up?
Yes, you tied him up.
Does he have any other coins on him? Do I need to roll for sleight of hand or anything?
Nope, that's just what he has on him. That's all he has, other than his clothes.
Is he wearing shoes? Is he wearing anything that looks nice?
No, nothing that you would want.
Are you planning on stripping him like we did the orc?
That's not really work style. But he is tied up. So I'm going to look at Areks and say, here's somebody who's preying on other people who do not have much. What do you think we should do with him?
Well, let's drag him over to the authorities, the mayor. And
Do you think we could carry him between the two of us?
oh, sure.
Okay.
Is there a sheriff or anything in town? You can take him there.
I don't know if you would call him a sheriff, but there is definitely what somebody would call a peacekeeper.
Okay.
Would they be like at the town hall or where the mayor is, or would we know? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you would know where he is because you'd probably pass him by as you were walking to the mayor's house or to the job board or something like that. You'd always see him. He's out there walking around, making sure everyone's peaceful.
Yeah,
let's drag this guy in. Yeah.
Once you arrive at the city hall, you come up upon the peacemaker, and he says, "Oh, what do you have here?"
It's a thief.
We've been after this guy for quite a bit of time, and give yourself each 10 silver pieces as a reward.
Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't even turn him in except he's got this garage, so he's probably an assassin too.
Okay, so you're turning over the garrote to the peacemaker?
Yes,
I would,
because that's the more dangerous of them, right? The dagger's just an old scabby.
Yeah, everybody's got a dagger.
I'll show the dagger to the peacemaker and just say, this isn't worth all that much or super dangerous. Is it okay if I keep it?
He says he'll need it to bring it in front of the magistrate to prosecute.
Yeah,
Sounds good. I want this guy off the road. Here.
Okay, so you no longer have the dagger or the garrote, but you did gain 10 silver pieces apiece.
Cool.
For a reward on this road. Now you manage to get over to the stables shortly afterwards, maybe another 10 minutes to get over there. Now you're talking to the stable master.
Hello, stable master. We rented some defective horses yesterday. We got off the horses and they ran away.
Do you not know how to care for a pony?
Yeah, you step on top of him and sit on there, and then guide him around with these ropes through his mouth.
And how did you lose these ponies?
We got off. We were negotiating with some trolls.
Orcs.
And we turned around, and the horses had wandered off. We're wondering if they showed up back here.
Oh, they came struggling in, but most of their gear that was on them has been stripped and taken away with them. Somebody's going to have to pay for that gear.
Well, most of it was ours. So, but they're defective ponies, so we really should get our money back.
They're not defective ponies. A person would have tied them up to a tree or a branch or something so that they would not have run away at battle.
No, you really want to give us our money back. I'm trying to persuade him.
Okay, do a persuasion check.
At this point, I think you're going to need to roll a nat 20.
He says, okay, let me check my ledger and see how much I owe you.
He rolled an 18.
I'm pretty good.
Plus 5. Nice.
Appears to me in the ledger here that you guys didn't pay for these horses yet. You were given them by the mayor as free horses to ride to take care of some jobs for him.
Okay. Well, then the mayor owes us our money back.
We didn't pay for I forgot that we hadn't paid for them.
I did too. Well, I guess we'll call it even then.
All right. We'll talk to you some other time. If you ever want to rent a horse again, it'll be a gold piece a day.
Could buy a horse for that. Actually, how much do horses cost, I think?
I forget. I'm pretty sure they're like 50 silver or something.
You do remember that you were supposed to secure the horses for our next adventure, right, Areks?
No, I don't remember that. I don't remember anything. There's 75 gold pieces to buy a horse, so I guess a gold piece a day is not too bad. Well, I tell you what, we'll take these horses again, and then you can talk to the mayor if there's any money that you need for them.
That'll be 5 gold pieces. So whoever amongst you who decides to pay for the horses, subtract 5 gold from your bag.
I think 1 gold piece is enough for all of them. Persuasion.
All right, I will lend them to you for 1 gold piece for all 5.
There you go. Okay. I'll pay for them then.
All right, you guys have secured the horses.
Could work just before we head off. Would you spend some time to tell me how to properly care for them? I will pay you 10 silver if you will give me tips on their proper care.
I don't know how to take care of them. Oh, you're asking him?
Yeah, I'm asking him if he will give me like training in how to care for them. I already have +2 to animal handling, so if I pay for this, can I get any better?
He says, I will tell you for free. He says, just basically take a brush them down after you're hard traveling on the roads. You want to make sure that the bit is not in their mouth when you are feeding them, and you want to make sure that they get plenty of food, water, and rest, because you do not want to overwork these horses very well. And when you stop to do stuff, you want to tie them into an area where they can get and root for grass and things like that to eat.
Do you have an old brush that I could take with me to care for them, and I'll give it back?
For 2 silver pieces, I will give you a horse care kit.
I give him 2 silver.
Okay, so in the horse care kit, you have about 3 days of rations for the horse. You also have a small, what are those things called to put over the horse's mouth to feed him? I can't remember now.
Feed bag?
Yeah, feed bag, plus a watering bag that they can get water out of. Well, that's usually just let her scream, but you get the brush, and you also get a blanket to put underneath the saddle.
1 blanket? So it's just my saddle?
It's just for your comfort. It would be 2 silver pieces for everyone, but it's 2 silver pieces for you.
Warrick takes it. So that's a food bag, some feed, a watering bag, a blanket for under the saddle, and a brush.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
thanks.
it's kind of a specialty kit that I just threw together. So
Great.
So you're our expert animal handler now.
I'm in charge of the horses. Yep.
Sounds good. I don't know how to take care of horses.
all right. Now you guys are moving back towards the bar and grill that you are working at or living at with the horses. Now we'll move on
Oh.
to Dankinia's team.
Did we just want to tell them we'd be back to pick them up later instead of taking them back to the inn? Because the innkeeper probably won't want us to put them there, would he?
Well, there would be a place that you can tie them up outside.
Ah,
There's
okay.
probably a hitching post or something like that. Yeah.
Great. We will do that. And I'm actually going to spend a little while practicing brushing them. And if Areks wants to go look for Dankinia.
Okay.
Remember, you brush their legs from the top down. I learned that from the Three Musketeers.
I will have to, since no one told me that, unless somebody at the stables notices that I'm doing it wrong. I mean, I
No,
might. Shall I
they taught
roll
you
to
how to
see
do
how
it.
well?
No,
Okay,
they taught
great.
you how to do it.
Great. And I will practice doing that.
It's the same way as you wash a lady's legs, according to the Three Musketeers.
Okay.
I have the feeling that it isn't actually literally true. I think he was hitting on the lady. But anyway,
Anyhow, let's move on to Dankinia's group. Dankinia, Cordis. Is it Cordis? I'm keep getting your
Koradis.
name. Koradis. Okay. And then we have Malachi, which is
Alfie.
Alfie. Right.
I need to run to the bathroom. I will be back.
Okay.
So I will first make my way toward the smithy because we want information on the sword.
Okay. Do you know where he's located?
If I don't off the top of my head, I would have asked Areks, since he had been in town for a while, which direction to go, or some
You asked
passerby
Eric,
I saw.
and he says, "Oh, just sleep on the street." Because Areks was the wrong person who knew.
Oh, that's right. Warrick knew. So I would have asked either Warrick which direction to lead me to, or I would have asked the innkeeper before we left.
Okay, you make it over to the smithy without incident.
All right. I'll approach the blacksmith if he's available, and excuse me, sir. Can I get a little bit of assistance identifying a weapon?
Sure, not a problem. Let's take a look at it.
I will take the short sword out of my pack and hand it over to him.
You see one of his eyes go wide and say, "Wow, where did you come upon this?"
We had a brief encounter with some orcs.
Orcs had this? Wow. I wonder who they stole it from.
I'm not sure how they got a hold of it, but that won't be a problem anymore.
All right. This appears to be a Vorpal blade.
A Vorpal blade?
Yes.
Holy crap. Yeah, now I really want that.
Can you give me more information on what it does or how it, what powers it might have?
It's a +3 blade to damage, and let me see. I had it a second ago. I believe it's damage and also all rolls are. I'm going to double check. Give me a sec.
It's really good. Anyone who would be in combat with a sword, that would give you really good stats. It's not a casting blade though, right? It's a
I'm
fighting
looking
blade.
it up too.
Yeah.
I don't see it just in the list of.
Look under Vorpal sword because it might
Yeah.
be listed as
Sorry.
that. It's a short sword, but if
Yeah.
you say it's a short sword, you're the DM. It's a short sword.
It is a short sword. It is under Vorpal sword for 5th edition.
Oh, I found it. Okay. +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. In addition, the weapon ignores resistance to slashing damage. And it does require attunement.
Yes,
Ooh.
because I believe all magic items require attunement.
This is an interesting description here. When you attack a creature that has at least one head with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, you cut off one of the creature's heads. If it dies, the creature dies if it can't survive without the lost head.
Thank you for putting that in the game.
Alright,
Okay.
so Vorpal Sword +3 to damage and attack rolls. We'll have to decide who gets it later. When we're all together again, I mean.
Do you have anything else that you need help with?
We identified the other. Item. It was a cloak of invisibility.
You only got 2 items basically out of there, I believe, in the gems.
Yeah, we got our scrolls to let us level up, the sword, the cloak of invisibility, and the gems. So yeah.
Does anyone need any kind of items with their new spells, like casting reagents or anything?
I'm thinking the smithy wouldn't have that, but we're gonna go to the apothecary / midwife after we finish up at the smithy.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we purchase such a thing if it's needed.
But just because Aldia is curious, I'll ask him what sort of items he might have for sale.
I can sell you, your standard weapons, whatever you might need, like daggers, blades, swords. I also have some crossbows. I have some armor if you're interested in plate or chain. And I do stock a few shields.
Let me check something.
If you're interested, I might be able to give you some money for that blade if you're willing to sell it.
I think I'm going to hold on to the blade for now. I do appreciate the offer, and if we change our mind, we'll be back. But I do have a question in regards to the plate mail you have. What would the price range be on the plate?
I believe it's just the standard plate mail prices that you would find when you're doing your equipment in D&D Beyond. You know how it's listed there, plate and stuff like that.
All right, let me check and see what that would be.
Yeah, it's just standard pricing.
Plate is 1,500 gold pieces for a full plate.
Oh yeah, that's way more than I currently have. So, okay.
Oh, interesting. Half plate is half that. Who would have thought?
Yeah, because I'm currently using chain, so but that's fine. I'll keep what I have. I thank him very much for his time and let him know that we will definitely be back in the future to potentially upgrade some of our gear.
That sounds good. Yeah, you're welcome anytime.
So what did that sword turn out to be?
It's a Vorpal blade, +3 to damage and attack rolls for melee characters. So I think Alfie and Warrick might both be interested in it.
That's the best sword you can get.
Yeah, so I did not sell it. I have it until we all regroup together and we can discuss. So I will now move over to where the apothecary / midwife is to see if she has some reagents and potions we can pick up for the remainder of our journey.
She does have reagents and potions. Which do you need for each one of your spells and stuff like that? Do you guys know?
Checking my list now.
I
mean, I'll still.
I want to buy a grappling hook.
The apothecary does not have grappling hooks. Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe the blacksmith would be someone to ask about that.
Yeah. I'm not with you, but sometime before we leave town, I want to probably go to the blacksmith and ask for a grappling.
I'm not sure if Malachi needs any reagents for her gift, her combat arts or anything. But being a monk, she maybe wants to get some incense for things like meditation and stuff like that to relax her body.
So I didn't use any of my reagents when we did our last adventure. I'm just checking now to see if there's any I need for my level 2 stuff.
Okay, you should all probably do that too to see if you need to purchase anything.
Yeah, I learned I thought I was going to need something, but I was informed that my musical instrument is my casting focus, so I do not need reagents.
Okay, good.
I don't think I need anything.
Yeah, typically you have like a potion bag or something, or and it's all in there, all the common things, but it's up to the DM whether you need to keep track of.
Yeah, well, there's usually if things are worth a lot of money, like some of the diamonds, or there's one spell that takes a pearl worth 100 gold, and that was something I'd been considering taking as a spell, but I didn't.
That was the identify, wasn't it?
I think that might be it, yeah.
I remember you guys talking about it in Discord.
But yeah, usually if it's something that's used up, then you have to keep track of it, but not otherwise. Once again, it's up to the DM.
The identified does not use it up. You just need to have it, have the pearl with you.
Yeah.
And we don't have 100 gold yet to buy one, even if she had it. It looks like the only component that one of my spells would use would be a pinch of sand. So I can grab that off the ground. I'm not going to pay for it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. You could probably, unless it has to be something pure sand or something like that. Some kind of a magical sand.
Nope, it just says a pinch of fine sand. So I'm guessing just like loose sand.
Right.
Everything else is verbal or somatic. So yeah, nothing I need.
And I have a arcane focus, so I use that instead of these other components.
The monk doesn't require any components for the stuff she uses the key energy for.
The barbarian's components is his great axe.
Yeah, so we don't really need components from her, but I might be interested in purchasing a couple of healing potions, just because we're going to be out on the road for a while, so I'll ask how much those are.
She will sell you 4 healing potions for 8 silver.
Wow, that is incredibly cheap.
I
Maybe she might be
will.
giving you a break.
I will buy. I will buy all she has for that price.
You're not there. But I will buy all that she has for that price.
That's why she has 4 healing potions that she sells to you for 8 silver. So go ahead and take 8 silver off.
Wow.
All right, removing 8 silver and adding the potions to my inventory.
You got to remember, she makes most of her money through being a midwife.
Well, we did save her life, so.
Yeah, we did save her life, so yeah.
Although she didn't really admit it, but.
And reluctantly.
All right. Is there anything else you need to do?
Well, I am gonna make sure she's doing okay, checking on her and everything.
Check her pulse.
She is alive and she's doing well.
If she's got a pulse, then she's not dead, so that's good. It'd be really creepy if you checked her pulse and she didn't have one.
You discovered she's a vampire.
Yeah. Or a zombie. Zombie mumby.
And so I've done the shopping. I'll ask her if there's anything else she might carry that she thinks could be potentially of use for us as we continue on our journey.
There are some things that you may want. We do have magical talismans and things like that may be able to help you. We also have some antidotes
Ooh,
in case
nice.
you're poisoned.
Does she have any good luck charms?
You can't have me lucky charm.
They're magically delicious.
I heard a guy who had a wheelbarrow full of horseshoes and 4-leaf
Hand
clovers
grenade.
and what is it? What is it? Bunny hands or whatever.
Rabbit's
those are.
foot?
Rabbit's foots. And he had it all in his wheelbarrow. And I went up to him and I says, you're pushing your luck.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, is there anything else you might wish to buy?
So she's got some antidotes from poison. How much are those costing?
These are a little more difficult to make, and I sell them for 25 silver apiece.
I'll buy one just in case.
Okay, you can subtract the silver off your.
And the talismans you have, any information on... Well, first off, let's start with what are the prices on the talismans you have, and then what do they do?
I have your basic talisman, which gives you a little bit of luck, is worth 1 gold and 50 silver apiece. Then I have a more experienced talisman, which can help you out with finding things such as secret doors and things like that, which will add 5 to all of your rolls. But those are the only ones that I have in stock right now. There's about 3 of each.
How much is the finding things one?
That's 25 gold. Or sorry, 5 gold. My bad.
I'm thinking the finding things one might come in handy if we're scouting ahead. So I'll go ahead and buy one of those.
Okay, I'm going to say subtract the gold from the, I believe it was 53 gold that you guys have as a party.
Yeah, we've already split it up though.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you had split it up or just somebody was keeping it. So
Yeah, we had already split it up, so this is coming out of my own personal gold.
okay.
But that's fine.
If I was there, I would certainly chip in, but I'm not there. I am drinking an ale.
You can subtract 1 silver for that ale.
Okay. It's good for what ails you. I'm so clever. I crack myself up.
All right, so the antidote of poison you said was 25 silver pieces?
Yes.
So that's 2 gold and 5 silver, because it's 10 silver pieces for 1 gold. So I'm just trying to do the math to get it out of my.
Okay, I understand.
Correct. And then 5 gold for the amulet.
Yes.
I am working on being broke, everybody. All right, so I will take those things. I will thank her very much for allowing us to purchase from her. I will, tell her that I hope she remains safe in town, and that we will be back, having dealt with dragons and orcs.
Well, we wish you good luck.
Dragons and orcs and bears.
What's the actual talisman called?
It's a talisman of perception. I don't actually know if there's actually one out there. I just made that up on the spot, by the way.
Love it. Homebrew.
Okay, cool. Then I can add it in as a custom item.
What does it do? Does it give like a
It
plus?
gives the +5 bonus to perception. So if she's trying to find out, scouting ahead, she's perceiving everything that she's seeing with a +5 bonus.
Nice.
Are you guys what are you doing now? Are you restocking provisions or looking for something else to help you out on your adventures? Or
did we already restock because our food things, because we gave
no, not.
We haven't not. Okay, can we do that at the inn?
You can, yes. They sell your normal rations, high calorie rations, such as like if you would eat like a protein bar here nowadays. It's something like that. It's a concentration of heavier rations.
I will buy some of those between ales.
Which ones? The regular ones or the heavier, more calorie rations?
How much are they?
Whatever your normal price for rations is, you would double it for the high calorie rations, which will last you a lot longer.
Okay, I'll get the high calorie ones.
Okay.
Normal rations are... How much are normal rations?
I want to say it's like a silver for a ration, I think, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it says 4 gold pieces, but I think that's for 10 of them, I believe. Doesn't say. What do you think?
I'm going to go with 2 gold pieces, and you'll get 6 of the high rations.
Okay.
For 6 days worth.
For how many gold?
2.
Okay. I have no idea. I've never bought a ration before.
And we're still back at the inn. Warrick is going to restock. What is 5 normal, or did I delete?
I believe
what's
that
I starting with?
I believe that yeah, the normal starting was 10 rations, and then you guys handed a bunch out to the Manticore, as well as I believe you slipped some to one of the orcs you guys set free.
Yes, I'm showing I have 5, so I'm gonna buy another 5 then.
That should be 2 gold pieces for 5 standard rations.
Okay.
I believe that DP said it was 4 gold pieces for 10.
Well, it just says 4 gold pieces, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that much, so I don't think it's 4 gold pieces a piece. I think it's got to be for 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it that right now. So
It's 5 silver pieces.
I knew he was throwing us off here. Hang on a second.
Well, it says 4 gold pieces in. Oh, that's for 10 then. Yeah. So it'd be 4 silver pieces a piece then. That makes sense.
But also, the DM can decide how much it costs, or even if we worry about it.
Yeah, let's just say you restock your things. Don't worry about the money. DP, don't worry about the money.
Okay.
I have restocked to normal.
So we have enough food for our journey. That's all we really need to worry about.
Could Warrick ask what it was that you found out when you were on your shopping trip? Are we all here? Do we have everybody?
Yeah, everyone is
I don't
back
see
at the
Maliki.
everyone is back at the bar right now. You're all together, gathered, and getting ready to discuss what you're going to do next. So it's up to Aldia, Alfie, and I'm gonna keep butchering your name. Koradis. If they want to let you know what they found out.
Yeah, once we get back to the inn and we know that we have the horses, I've got the healing potions, we've got everything we need for the journey, and we're ready to plan and get on the road. I will tell everyone to come upstairs because I want to share the information about the sword, because I don't want to broadcast to everyone the type of loot we got. And once we get up to my room, I will let them know that it is a Vorpal blade. It does some cool, awesome things, and it's not suitable for me. It's not a weapon that I would use. So I'm just wondering if any of them would be interested in it before we sell it.
Somebody's got to be able to use it. I've heard of Vorpal blades. They're like the best swords on the planet.
It is a melee weapon, so you have to be up close and personal to use it.
Well, anyone who can use a sword could use it.
I'm gonna check something real quick.
Our barbarian can use a sword, and I believe you can use
Yeah,
a
but he
sword.
likes his great axe.
And the monk uses something else, right?
The monk, I believe she said last time, sticks to hand-to-hand combat as well as staves, quarter staves, bows, things like that. Blunt object.
In that case, Warrick would like to take it. Doesn't, specialize in hand-to-hand, but if there isn't someone else who wants it, I definitely would like to take it.
What form is it? Is it like a longsword or?
I believe it's a short sword.
Short sword.
It's a short sword.
Okay.
So
But-
I'm checking something because the monk might be able to use it as a short sword.
If
monks
they
can definitely use it if they
Yeah.
wanted to.
Warrick could take it for now, and if somebody else, decides that they would like to start using it, I would hand it over. Warrick's also interested in running back to that alchemy shop to get one of the what you said, luck charms.
Yeah, and I want to look for a grappling hook.
Yes, the luck charms are 1.5. Sorry, 1 gold and 5 silver. It's like 10 silver is a gold, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 15 silver then?
Either 15 silver or 1 gold.
I'll subtract 1 gold, 5 silver. And what is it that the lucky charm does?
The lucky charm gives you +1 to luck.
And sorry, I don't see that on my rolls of skill.
It's basically a +1 to everything.
Oh, sweet.
Whoa! I want to get one of those. Yeah,
Can
there's a
I
thing. There's
can
a
I
thing
put the
called
charm?
a. There's a thing called a stone of good luck, which gives you a +1 bonus to all ability checks.
There we
Yep,
go. That's what it is.
Stone
Stone
it's
of good luck.
basically is a stone of good luck inside of an amulet.
Okay. Yeah, could I get one of those too?
Go ahead and now she has sold 2 of her 3. So there you go. She's got 1 left if anybody else in the party would like to purchase one.
I would definitely like to purchase it.
You
You
gonna
can
buy
both
the
add it
extra
to-
one and bring it back to the party?
Yeah, if
Because I'm not there anymore. I'm back at the inn.
Is it Warwick that went out shopping?
Yeah,
again?
I went. As soon as I saw what you had of that identify thing and heard about the luck charm.
Yep.
I think one to identify that expensive thing, or is it the perception? I think having one of those in a party is probably fine, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand it to the monk. So
Yeah, but I would
So-
like one of the good luck charm.
Yeah, and I will buy the last one then. And how much were those again?
It's 1 gold, 5 silver,
Okay.
or 15 silver, however you want to subtract.
and she had 3. I didn't buy one, so she should still have 3. One that Warwick would buy, one that you would buy, DP. So she's got one more if anyone else is interested in it. And Malachi says Warwick can have the sword, so the Vorpal blade is yours, Warwick.
Sweet.
Okay, you can go ahead and add that to your inventory as well. And if you must have it, what's it called?
Equipped and attuned.
Attuned. Yes, equipped and attuned.
Okay, D&D Beyond is saying Vorpal Greatsword, Vorpal Longsword, or Vorpal Scimitar. And can I have it be a scimitar since you said short sword? That's closest. Is that all right?
Yes, that works.
You probably have to attune that too. I would think.
Yeah. So is that overnight that I would need to do that?
No, you could just do it right now. It's fine.
Takes an hour. By the rules as written. Same thing with the luck stone has to be attuned.
Okay. And it's just luckstone?
Stone of good luck. Parentheses, luck stone. End parentheses. I'm getting poor again.
And I will have given Alfie the talisman of finding that has the +5 to perception, so that she has it available and can attune it as well. So she'll do most of our scouting for us.
And can I get a grappling hook too at the?
You can get one at the smithy.
At the smithy, yeah.
And that will be 10 silver pieces.
Okay.
And the grappling hook comes with a line of about 50 feet.
Okay. Sweet. I'm going to fashion it into a thing where I can tie it to the harness of my horse, and I'll drop it if we ever have to get off the horse quickly.
At this point in time, we are about halfway. I'm going to take a 10-minute break. Everyone go ahead and do what you got. Stretch your legs, get something to eat, get something to drink, whatever you'd like to do. I'll be back here at 17 minutes after the hour.
Sounds great.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Should be close to being home.
I think
That works. She's Malika
think
said
that's
she should be
almost-
close to being home by then, so that'll work.
yes. Okay. That's what I thought she said, but it was breaking up for me.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Thank you, Ken. We will see you in a bit.
Yep,
Okay, make
see
that
ya in 10.
18 after because it just changed.
18
Okay.
after. Got it.
not, being really inept and getting no respect from the people that he's trying to rob. It'll have nothing to do with actual events.
I am back.
Welcome back. Just waiting on your husband, DP, and Malachi, I believe.
I'm here.
I'm back.
Okay.
I never left.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if you were trying to get home or not.
I think she's almost home. Right, so after everyone reconvenes back at the inn from the extra shopping trip to get those talismans, I guess Aldia will suggest we go grab the horses and head out.
The horses are right there at the inn.
I think we've got a pretty long way to go to get to the dwarven excavation after all.
Yes, that will give you to probably mid-afternoon to get there.
All right, I will get ready to go out and grab whatever. I don't even remember what the horse's name was that I was riding last time.
I think mine is named Horse.
They were all names of car rental companies.
Oh,
that's right. We had Hertz, Enterprise, Dollar, Avis.
Yeah, Warrick did not do so well with Hertz last time, so is going to grab you Ted Enterprise, right? You gonna go for the same horse?
I honestly don't remember who had which horse.
All right, Warrick's just gonna grab Enterprise, and because he when he was brushing them, he decided that was the nicest one, and is gonna put the blanket on so that Warrick is comfortable riding.
So I will grab Hertz because that's what my butt feels like after riding. And I'm going to tie my my horse anchor onto the reins in such a way that I can easily throw it out if I need to.
Pretty sure Koradis would have wanted to be on the biggest, most sturdy horse there was.
That sounds good.
I don't know what that horse's name would have been, though. Although that sounds like an Enterprise type horse. U-Haul.
U-Haul.
That definitely sounds like the big horse.
Yeah. I like that.
Does that work for you, Koradis? Your horse's name is U-Haul?
Yup.
I mean, obviously the horses' names don't matter on this, but it's sort of fun.
Okay, so you're easing on down the road here, and when you're about halfway there, a large shadow overtakes you.
Apparently, we're living on a prayer.
Perception?
I don't think that you needed to do a perception check for this one.
Aldia will look up and see why there is a large shadow overhead.
You see a white dragon fly right over you.
Hey guys, there's a dragon.
What direction?
Is it heading this? Yeah, is it heading toward where we're going, the Dwarven ruins?
It's just crossing over your path. So let's say you guys are heading, I believe you are heading southwest, and the dragon is heading southeast.
Does it notice us?
It doesn't even blink an eye at you.
All right.
Foreshadowing.
All right, so it looks like it might be heading
South-
away.
west.
We'll need to keep that in mind because that might be the direction we have to go to find it later.
We're trying to go to the Dwarven excavation, is that where?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
I
going
believe that's-
southwest, and it's going northeast.
Southeast.
Yeah.
Southeast. So it could be going to Nomagard. Or maybe to Exholm. Whatever that is.
Or it could just be going in that general direction and not to a specific destination.
That's true. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Also,
As
it
you
could
guys-
be leaving where we're going, so they might need help. So maybe we should speed up a little bit.
How far are we to where we're going?
You're about halfway there now.
Okay.
All right, we will continue on, maybe with a little bit more urgency, since we're worried that it might have already been to the excavation, which is where we're headed.
You hear a loud scream. You're unable to tell whether it is human or not.
Direction.
From the woods to your left. How are you guys traveling? Who's in the lead?
I'm staying next to our barbarian. I feel safer when I'm next to him.
And I would be kind of like frontish.
So I'll follow behind you.
I'll be behind Areks.
I would probably be toward the back so that I could watch everything that was going on and react with heals as necessary this time, versus last battle where I was at the front. I'm guessing our monk would be somewhere in that mix as well.
I'm going to guess that the monk would probably be just to the back left of the barbarian.
That makes sense to cover the other side.
Now, Malachi, if anything is different, just go ahead and say something.
Sorry, offloading groceries.
We have you standing up near the front with the barbarian. And when you have a chance, I need you all to do initiative rolls.
5 for work.
16 for the barbarian.
21.14 for Areks.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll for Alfie. She gets a +3, so I'm going to roll a d20. I really should not have rolled for Alfie because I rolled a 1. So her initiative is 4.
Okay. And now you got to roll for yourself, Dankini, or have you rolled already?
I did. I got a 2.
Okay, that's going to be an interesting roll. All right. So what we have here is we've got, I believe it's 21 is Areks.
Yep.
Areks is first, followed by the Barbarian at 16. And then we have the Mystery Guest. Then we have, let's see, what Warrick is next at 5. And then we have Aldi at 2, and then Alfie at bringing up the rear. Is that correct? Or is it
No, so I
switch
rolled
with Alfie and Aldi?
Switch Alfie and Aldi, because
Okay,
I rolled
sorry.
a 2 for myself. For her, I rolled a 1, but she has +3 to her initiative, so that put her at 4.
Okay.
Okay, what do I see?
What you see is you see a woman and a child running out of the woods as fast as they can. And they are yelling, "Run, run!"
And I don't see anything that's attacking
Not
them.
yet. Not yet.
Okay, I'm going to hold my action then, and until I see something that is a threat.
Are you going to say anything to the woman? Ask her anything?
Yeah, I'm going to come over here. We'll protect you. Yeah, right.
Her and the child hear it and start running towards your group.
So if
All
he's
of a
going to hold his action, do I use perception to see if I can see anything that's behind them?
Well, what you notice now is the bushes rustling as a giant tiger walks out.
A threat. Well, and I think that triggers my my action that I'm holding.
Okay, now we will start with the action of Areks.
Okay, I'm going to. How far away is it?
From you, it is approximately 25 feet.
Okay. I am going to hit it with a firebolt. I rolled an 11. Does that hit?
No.
Okay.
You miss the firebolt, and now you notice that there is the brushes on fire.
Okay.
All right. Now you have your bonus action.
Yeah, when you hold the action, you only get the action, typically.
Okay. I was just double checking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't
Next
I
is
don't have a bonus action anyway. So.
all right. Koradis, you can move, action, or bonus action.
Should probably get off your horse.
I'm going to slide off my horse, grab my great sword or my great axe, and just scream at the thing, trying to intimidate it.
Okay. Roll an intimidation check.
All right.
I love this guy.
16.
You see a pause in the tiger as he starts to turn to run.
I did that.
That's basically my action.
Okay, do you want to move or anything?
Oh, if he's starting to run, I'm going to just move forward a little bit and see if he continues to retreat.
Okay, so how far can you move? Is it 30 feet?
Well, I'm not moving my full distance. I'm just
Okay.
let's see, and it's movement.
It's 25 feet away from your party.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm just like stepping forward to continue with the intimidation to scare it off, basically.
So you're
Okay,
moving
if-
like 5 feet a step?
Basically, yeah.
Isn't that a half a step for a barbarian?
A Goliath.
Okay, it starts moving towards the bushes at a quicker pace. Now it's even further away from the party. The party is now 32 feet away.
All right.
And now it's the tiger's action, and the tiger moves 62 feet away total.
So it's booking it.
Oh yeah. Warrick, it is now your turn.
It's 62 feet away.
Yes, it's
All right,
booking.
that's it.
It just
All right.
moving speed.
Well, that's outside what I can do. I'm gonna ask the others, do you think we should leave and take these people with us?
We should
I
get them
actually
to
have-
safety.
Got one question for somebody who used to be a DM. That's DP. Horses have bigger movements than people, correct?
I haven't used horses very much, but I think they do.
I would think it's probably about 45, maybe 50.
It's probably 40, but
Well, again, it's all DM's choice too.
yeah.
Right. I'm going to say you could move 50 feet on your horse in your movement speed that would close the distance to 12 feet from the tiger. If that's what you want to do. Just to let you know, if you're still on your horse, you have 50 movement.
There's the important word there is if.
Exactly.
We either need to kill it so that these people can continue on their journey safely, or we need to just let it go and take the people with us to where we're going, because we're not going back to town.
Well,
I'm just waiting to hear what Warwick is deciding.
Warwick is Warwick is going to cast Thaumaturgy, which will be a booming voice, very loud that hopefully the tiger can hear, of like a thunder rolling in this area and a lightning strike at a tree nearby, not within visual range, but part way between us.
I'm envisioning Tom Petty's "Don't Come Around Here No More."
Okay, do your roll.
Thaumaturgy just is not a roll. I just make a noise. Should I cast intimidation to see if that sound intimidates it?
Yes.
Horses.
That's a 15.
Horses can go 60 feet per turn.
Okay, thanks, Steve. He's not as intimidated, but you did give him another fright. And now we will move on to our favorite monk, Alfie.
What's it all about?
We'll give her a minute to get back. She's still on mute, so she might be still doing groceries.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a problem. Take her.
Well, I think we're basically out of combat now, right?
No, the tiger is 62 feet away. You're still on your horse. You can move 60 feet of movement.
He's trying to be out of combat, but he hasn't quite made it yet.
Yeah, he can only move 30.
Well, I don't know. It seems like if the tiger's on the run, let it go.
Okay,
And,
so your choice is to do nothing except stay.
yeah,
with the
I'm choosing to stay put. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'll ask the was it mother and
child,
kid?
mother and one kid.
Hey, where'd that tiger come from? Where are you running from?
We were out.
What were
in the
you
woods.
doing in the woods?
We were out in the woods. We were going for a picnic with my husband, and the tiger jumped up and killed him.
Oh no.
Oh, that's some bad luck.
Will you protect us and take us home or take us to the village?
Which village are you from?
Fandolin?
That is totally not the direction we're going.
Yeah, Alfie turns to whoever's closest to him and says, I think we should buy a taxi. Or maybe we give them a horse so they can go back themselves.
Somebody turns and looks at you and says, "What the hell's a taxi?"
Hold on, we're calling you an Uber. It's fine. Since
You're the one that's closest to Alfie right now is you, Cord.
I would say they can use my horse to get back to town.
Well,
I've got a
What
pretty long.
size is everybody? Could we have somebody double up on a horse?
Oh yeah, you can easily have somebody double up on a horse.
Warrick is he's skinny. He's not that short, but he's skinny.
Let's just say the barbarian needs a horse to himself, and then everybody else could easily double up.
Or the barbarian can
Stingy
just.
boy, get on the horse with me. Let them have your horse.
We are planning to go to Fandolin, though, right? So we could retrieve
Eventually,
the horse
yes.
there.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can get the horse back when we get back to Fandolin. That's fine.
So we can tell her, you can take one of the horses, and we'll come to Fandolin and we'll retrieve it. How do we find you?
Aldia's watching the tiger, by the way, just making sure it's staying away.
Yeah, it's not doing anything until it's still slowly moving away. So anyhow, they tell you that they can be found at the Lion's Head Inn.
All right.
And
so
what's your name, ma'am?
Her name is Zendrea.
Is that with a Z?
Yes.
Is there only the one tiger, or is anything else?
Tigers do not. They're not.
They're solo
they're
animals.
solitary.
Oh, I don't know about tigers.
I mean, I don't know about in this world, but
No, they're mostly solitary animals.
Warrick is gonna give her a day's rations and 5 silver.
Okay. Go ahead and subtract that from your hands, and just let me know which two of you are doubling up on a horse.
Or are we all riding single and taking Koradis up on his offer to walk?
That's up to you guys.
I think we need to get to that city where the dragon might have just been.
Yeah, I'll ask this woman. Did you see that dragon that passed over?
She's
My
like, the
eyes were
what?
too busy watching the tiger.
There was a dragon. Do you know anything about it? A big white dragon?
I have not seen it, but I've heard it's in the area.
Do you know what it wants?
What do all dragons want? Treasure.
How old is the little girl?
The little girl is about 6.
Okay, a little girl.
Well, back in those days, it's probably not as little as you would think.
Middle
Yeah.
age.
Yeah,
She's married.
with kids.
Yeah.
No,
All
but
right,
back then.
so we will comfort them and get them safely back on their way to town and resume our journey, since we are even more concerned now about the area where we're going to, the dwarven excavation.
Okay.
We're gonna tell her to stay on the road, stay on the horse, and just ride straight through to town. You should be there in a few hours.
She thanks you graciously and takes off like a bat out of hell on the horse.
Double movement speed.
All right, and
All right, what would you like to do now?
How fast are tigers?
Well, they're not as fast as cheetahs.
But if it's got prey, it might go back to that rather than hunt for more things.
considering it's got the body of her husband to finish eating, I think they're safe.
I got bit by a tiger once. When I was a kid.
Was it Tony?
Siberian. No, it was a Siberian tiger. So horses are faster than tigers.
Okay, so she should be fine on the horse. She should be okay. We will double up and head out.
Due to the terrain running through a forest and stuff like that, instead of on open ground, the tiger was slowed.
Yeah.
All right, on our way back to the excavation.
All right, you're moving on down the road here, and you're getting closer and closer. You can hear the sounds of pickaxes hitting rock.
Sounds like dwarves.
All right, so this is what you're coming into a canyon of rocky walls rise to a height of 80 feet. At the end of the canyon, a 20-foot high wall of black stone has a broken gate carved into it, with one stone door hanging precariously by a hinge and the other door missing. Beyond this open gate, in the shadow of great mountains to the east, lies a ruined settlement. All is quiet, except for the pickaxe.
We don't see any actual dwarves then.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to head down through the gate? Are you just going to sit there on your horses?
So I would look to see if we can identify who's using the pickaxe. Do we see them from where we are, or is it it's just a noise?
It's echoing off. Yeah, it's echoing off the canyons, so you can't really locate it because it's bouncing around, like a sound would do in a canyon.
All right. I will look at Koradis and say, I guess we go through the gate. This doesn't look good.
Do we want to check out that settlement? Or
think
do we
the
want to go in?
I think the settlement is past the gate.
That is correct.
Oh,
So-
okay. It's
So
inside.
yeah, we'll get there.
Do we want to send someone stealthy inside first?
Not a bad idea.
Can we tell? We can't tell. You said we can't tell how far that sound is.
No, it's echoing off the canyon walls, so it's kind of like an echo of just hearing the clang of iron hitting rock.
Is there an entrance to like a mine or anything that we can see?
Not from where you are.
Is there anywhere protected that we could dismount from the horses, tie them up, and proceed forward? Or without like being directly, walking straight forward through the canyon towards the door?
Just remember, it's a walled off area protecting a settlement.
Mm-hmm.
I would think the horses would be safer on the other side of that wall than outside the wall. That's just my opinion, though.
Dwarves are like, yeah, we'd be safer in there too.
Do we want to dismount and have someone try to take a look inside before we go in? Or are we just going to ride in?
Well, we
I
could
would
walk.
say if the monk is up for it, having her quietly go in and take a look around while we hang out here and just be ready to run in and protect her if we need to. Malachi is furiously typing.
Sounds good to me. Send the monk in.
She has to reconnect real quick, she says.
I can't hear you though, Malachi.
That's why she has to reconnect.
Oh, okay. Does Malachi have the
Can you-
Holocaust cloak? We can hear you.
Okay, finally. Oof. Yes. So I can. Alfie can sneak ahead. No, she'll have to get the cloak off of. Shoot, I forget your name.
Aldia. I'll give it to
Aldia,
you.
Thank you.
I also
Okay.
gave you the Talisman of Finding earlier.
Yeah, I'll have to write that down.
But that gives you +5 to your perception.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just inside the door. I'm not quite in front of my computer yet. Okay, so I'll go sneak ahead.
Okay, you before you start going forward, you hear in your head, "Hello, is this on? Can you hear me?"
Okay, we're not going anywhere. There's ghosts in here.
No. This is Areks. I can talk to you in your mind for a couple minutes.
Areks is
here.
a zombie. Kill him now.
So for 2 minutes I can talk to you. So I'll be with you.
It's actually a pretty good thing in case something goes wrong.
Nice.
He's got sending. Yep, nice.
No, it's telepathic speech actually. Slightly different.
You know, you really should warn a person about these things before you sneak into their head like that. That's not very nice.
I haven't got-
I thought you were a zombie. I was almost going to hit you with my staff.
Am I talking too loud? I don't really know what volume this is. Okay, so for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
For
2 minutes,
two
I can hear you.
for 2 minutes, we can talk to each other, and then you're on your own.
Okay, so Alfie thinks really hard in her head. How many chickens have you killed today?
I don't kill chickens. Chickens kill me.
Okay, so I don't have to actually talk to you. Okay, this is good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll throw the cloak on, and I guess go be stealthy and see what you can find.
Okay, so you are walking into the settlement. You basically are looking around. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people or actions going on, but you do notice that there is a courtyard and temple inside this settlement area.
Okay, she will. Is there anybody in the courtyard right now?
Not that you can see without getting closer or entering it to actually see better past the 10-foot wall that is surrounding it.
Oh, okay, it's a walled courtyard. Walled courtyard or temple, you said?
It's a courtyard and a temple facade right inside the 10-foot high wall that's walled off, but it obviously has the arched openings so that you can walk through the wall.
Yeah. Okay, so she'll go towards the temple to try and figure out what it's a temple to. Hello, is this thing on?
Are you talking to me?
A good thing you're on the other end there. There's a temple in here. I'm going to go try and see what kind of temple it is.
Okay, find out
Whose God's house it is.
find out what god the temple's for. I'm helping.
Right. So what you find out while walking around is that this temple and courtyard have a lot of stone carved dwarven faces that have been there for a long time, that you can tell they're weather worn. They are, some of them are a little cracked in places, but you cannot tell which deity they serve.
Okay, so I'll relay that to Areks and just tell him that it looks old.
Okay, it's the old god.
The old god. First off, Areks, are you relaying what she says to us?
Yes.
The old god. There are many old gods. I'd need more information.
She says she can't tell.
So
Okay.
there's no handy sign out front with like Cord's Temple written on it?
No, there's no sign.
I'll relay
Dang
whatever description she
No
gives.
statues or, the depictions, paintings on the wall, or probably be carving, but if it's dwarves.
Okay, what you hear is laughter. If you wish, you can do a perception check to see if you can notice where the laughter is coming from.
Sure, I will do a perception check for that.
Remember, you have a +5 to perception.
Is that with
Let's
her
see.
regular plus
Yeah,
to perception?
it's 5. It's +5 above what she already had.
Exactly.
What did I have? Did you have
Your
that
character
handy?
sheet,
Sorry,
you're
I'm
already
still
at a
getting things open.
+6, so that'll put you at +11.
+11. Okay, good thing, because I rolled a 4, so that's a 15 altogether.
You aren't able to tell who is laughing, but you can see a general direction off to the east of behind a pile of rubble is where you think it is coming from.
Okay. Well, I do have the stealthy cloak on, so I'll see. Can I get to a spot where I can see behind the rubble and see where the laughing noise is coming from?
Yes, you can. As you sneak around this huge pile of rubble, you notice 2 dwarves eating what you think is their midday meal and laughing and talking.
And what do they look like? Are they just look like miners or laborers or young, old? Do they look like clerics?
They look like a standard excavator. They all have their beautiful long beards and mustaches, and one of them has hair and the other one is bald.
Okay.
Are they male or female?
They're dwarves. How can you tell?
Yes.
know. I think the female ones have shorter beards, if I remember right.
Just remember, you see them, they do not see you.
Let her know that we are here to warn dwarves that dragons are coming, so they might be friendly, but to be careful just in case. I would hope Areks relays my message.
Yeah, I'm relaying things back and forth as needed till the 2 minutes runs out.
You're getting close to the 2 minutes running out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
No.
There we go. Okay. So she's going to sneak back out, knowing that I'll tell Areks I'm coming back out. I think these dwarves could be friendly. They look like laborer worker type guys, and so I come back out, and I don't think it would be good for me to suddenly appear in front of them. They might be a little bit that could make them a little nervous. So maybe we should walk in a proper friendly way.
Just walk up to the door and knock. Sounds good to me.
She'll make her way back out.
I'm going to assume that you go make your way out and discuss it with the rest of the party, or Areks relays it to the rest of the party.
Yes.
Okay. Decision time. What do you guys want to do?
Since
I say we walk in.
I think we walk up to the door.
I think we walk in as well. I mean, we are here to warn dwarves. They're dwarves, and I'm sort of interested in that temple.
Is it okay if we walk in and I'll play some music as we're walking so that they can hear us coming?
Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
That sounds good. You can
Play
hear.
a nice dwarvish song, the one that they would like.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right. I'm not quite sure what they'd particularly like, but I'm gonna take out my panpipes and just play yeah,
Whistle
some
while you
some
work.
kind of yeah. Oh no, that might be sensitive.
You could play the sonnet about the bearded lady.
There we go. the beautiful bearded lady who broke all the hearts. So we're walking in and just kind of tootling along.
The dwarves rise from their meal and come to greet you. They introduce themselves. Hang on a second, and I'll find their name once again. Okay, the one that has hair is named Dazlyn, Dazlyn, and the bald one is named Norbus.
Enormous?
No, Norbus, Norbus.
Okay. I thought enormous would be a good name for a dwarf.
I'll greet them and tell them that my name is Aldia, and we were sent by people from Phandalin to warn them about a dragon that was in the area attacking, and we wanted to make sure that they were okay and safe.
And
by the way, we saw a dragon flying overhead as we were coming here.
Yep, just about an hour or two ago.
Yeah, we hid from that thing when it was over here. We hid right inside the temple where he couldn't see us.
Does it come back a lot? Or is this the first time you've seen it?
Oh, we've seen him here and there, but normally he doesn't bother us in the ruins because he doesn't think there's much alive still down here.
Yeah, your front gates look a little messed up.
Do you know what he wants? What he's trying to do here?
I suppose what everybody's trying to do, and that's find more treasure to put in their hoard.
Yeah. So we came here to warn you because we were concerned about your safety. You can absolutely go back to Phandalin until the dragon has been dealt with, if you'd like. Although it does seem like you're fairly well fortified here with the caves.
Well, we try to be. You never know when one of those things is going to collapse because of a weight of a dragon.
What are you mining here?
Right now we're mining iron, and I believe it is copper as well.
Do you want us to bring a message to anyone? Do you want us to escort anyone somewhere to more safety, or you guys? We came here to warn you, but it seems like you already know.
Well, we've been keeping our eyes to the skies, so to speak. And no, you don't really need to let anybody know about us, but we do appreciate you stopping by. You're more than welcome to scout around the area and look to see if you can find anything you might like for your trip.
Wow, thank you.
So about what time is it, day-wise, Ken?
It was the middle, actually, it's probably towards late afternoon. You want to say 4, well, they don't, okay, but you're getting close to dinner time for you.
Do we want to stay overnight?
Yeah, we'd probably want to camp here, and then if I'll ask them, is it okay if we camp here with you guys for the evening before we move on to our next place that we have to go provide aid to?
Absolutely, but I don't know, unless you're very adventurous, I wouldn't go into the temple. Things just don't seem right in there.
Oh,
Really?
Something strange?
You've piqued my interest. Do you know what god the temple was originally built to worship?
No, we don't. We just came down here to mine the caves. This settlement's been destroyed for years.
So you just recently came here?
Yes. Within the last 4 to 5 years.
Do you mind if I go look around?
No, absolutely. Go ahead, but be careful. It just feels off in there.
In what way? What do you mean by off?
Makes me feel uncomfortable, like I'm being watched.
Interesting.
And you don't know what god it is.
No, it's not listed here.
All right, so Aldia, after we've chatted with them a little bit, Aldia will walk over toward the temple to look at the stonework on it and see if she can tell from the outside what god it might have been to. She does have religion bonus and a lot of training in religion with her background. So do you want me to roll int or wisdom? I think religion is int.
It's not listed in the module.
You can make one up.
Yeah, but I don't know any of the deities in a long time. I'll look something up.
Okay.
There's
Alfie will go over and offer her opinion too, because as a monk, she figures she probably knows what this is all about.
Or you can say that we need to go in and deal with things to learn. That would be a way to get around it.
or you
Offering
could just
DM
say it's,
some tips.
you could just say it's the most evil god that in the whole pantheon.
Or it could be a god that's no longer around, but something else has moved into its space.
The old god. That's I told you that.
Or you could make it one of our gods and make it evil, and then we have a crisis of faith. Ooh.
I mean, if it's a god, a deity that's no longer worshipped and is essentially dead, then we wouldn't be able to figure out who it's to. They've been wiped out.
Yeah, there's the 7 lost gods, which I've never read about, but
Or you could do a little bit of DM license and say that it looks like all of the markings as to the god it was to have been chiseled away completely.
We
Yes.
actually
Or eroded.
we actually haven't had anybody that's courageous enough to go into the temple to find out who was worshipped here. So if you're interested, I can offer you this sending stone and we can communicate while you're in there investigating, and maybe you'll find out who's the deity is, and and we can safely be out here while you're in there. These are the dwarves talking to you.
So you would be able to talk to us until it suddenly cuts off with a scream.
Pretty much.
I'm curious. I have an interest in old religions and history, even in gods that are no longer worshipped, just as part of my background and how I was trained. So yeah, I'd be willing to go in and check it out.
Okay. Dazzlin offers you a sending stone.
I'll take it.
Okay, can add that to your inventory.
And it connects to the one that he has.
And he sits there and he says to you, I would strongly recommend you resting overnight before going in there. I wouldn't want to be in there at night.
Is it that late in the day already?
It's you're getting close to supper time, so you figure, what is that, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon?
We could look around in the ruins in the meantime.
Okay, that works. We can
Maybe look around
rest up.
outside the temple, or go inside and just not really look, but do a little initial check. Yeah. Or is he saying don't even go in until you're rested?
No, it's up to you. He just offered his advice.
Yeah, maybe we need a long rest first.
Yeah, we can check it out in the morning. I'm fine with that.
I don't think we've used any of our expendables, so we could do it now or later.
I've burned a spell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that sounds good.
You also burned a spell too, DP, when you set the bushes on fire.
Yeah, that was a cantrip though. So it
Okay, not a problem.
doesn't use anything. Yeah, you realize, of course, that we're probably going to all get killed.
Such the optimist. That's why I like you.
Yeah, I'm good with taking a rest and, having a bit of a chat around the fire with you gentlemen and learning more about the area that you're in and what you're working on. And we'll check out the temple in the morning.
Do you have any ale?
They're
They
dwarves.
laughed. They laughed. They said, "See that over there in that ruined half house? There's at least 6 or 7 barrels of ale in there."
Okay, so that's 5 for me and the rest for you.
Anyhow, they offer you some ale as well as fresh cooked venison.
Good hunting near here?
Not really, but we were able to get something the other day.
We did come across a really large tiger as we were on the road heading here, by the way.
Good
And it
thing
had just killed someone.
It's a pretty good thing that those tigers stick to the woods rather than come into these settlements.
It seemed very much of a scaredy cat.
Well, I did help with that.
That is true. You yelling at it definitely helped with that. And I'm really glad that the entire forest did not burn down.
Yet.
Areks.
You probably should have gone back and checked on that.
Too late now.
Yes. It'll probably go out.
All right. So go ahead and put your guys down for a long rest.
Okay.
And we will, we're going to close out for today. And is everybody able to make it on March 11th, which is Saturday in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yes.
That one I think I will not be able to do because we're going to have a day-long Tai Chi workshop that day.
Ooh.
How is the 18th for everybody then?
It's fine with me.
Fine with me.
Should be good.
I've had sushi. What does Tai Chi taste like?
Depends what you spill on your tie.
I just checked and the 18th is good for me.
All right, so the 18th it is.
Is Malachi? I didn't hear her say anything for the 18th.
Yep, 18th should be okay.
Okay, cool. Then we'll meet at the 18th, normal time. And if anybody has a problem during the weeks coming up to that, just let me know and we can always reschedule.
And same time and place?
Yes.
Same bad time.
And we'll see what other kind of trouble and shenanigans you guys can get into.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
Yeah. Investigating a ancient god is nothing dangerous about that.
Especially when the dwarves were afraid to go in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for your patience today. Sorry about the
Life happens, it's not a problem.
yeah, it was definitely a life thing, and combined with the snowstorm meant I absolutely had to go grocery shopping or else I would not have groceries.
So what state are you in?
I am in the state of British Columbia, Canada.
Okay. Because we just had a big snowstorm here in Baja, Ontario.
Yeah, we're supposed to get like a foot of snow.
Yeah, that's about
overnight
what we
here,
got.
so it's gonna be pretty big.
But that's
For a place that's not used to getting snow.
Yeah, you are west of where I am, so we'll probably get it in another day. Great.
You're in the Vancouver area, or?
Yep.
Nice.
I thought you got a lot of snow up in there.
In coastal area, not so much.
In the mountains.
Like over the Kamloops and stuff like that. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, in the interior for sure.
Let's see. I was living in Ferndale for a long time.
Oh.
So that's a wrap for tonight's game. I will see you later on this evening for some new braid at 11 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching.